It's time to talk about rope and chain. Welcome back to the channel. It is a glorious day in March. The boating season is getting closer and closer. I've still got a ton of jobs to do. So what is the job that we're doing today? It is looking at our anchor and our anchor rope. Having a good anchor setup is really important, and we've realised that last year we had a couple of incidents at East Head where we were in 17-mile-an-hour winds, anchored up by the beach, and it started raining. We put the bimini cover up and the anchor was drifting, which was a bit of a nightmare, and we had to keep resetting it. We also had that incident in Plymouth. Even though that wasn't our anchor, it just shows you that having the right setup for the situation is really important. So we're going to go and have a look at our anchor today. To be honest, I have not actually measured it out, seen how much rope we've got, how much chain we've got, and the size of the anchor since I bought the boat a couple of years ago. So I've just trusted that it was okay. But it has let us down. So today I want to measure it out on the driveway, see how much we did have, and then look at our replacement. Right, cover is off the front of the boat, and let's have a look to see how much chain we've actually got in here. Okay, looking at the rope that we've got and the chain, it doesn't really look that much at all. So I'm going to get this out and then we can find out exactly what we've got. Let's see what we can get out of here. Let's get the anchor out first. Now, I don't know if this anchor is oversized for this boat or not. Maybe someone can let me know on that. Let's try and get this thing out. There we go. That is not much chain at all. Okay, and let's see how much rope we got. I didn't know I had that in there. The amount of mud in here. Right, we've got a seized on clip there. Probably have to just undo the rope, I think, on that one. That looks pretty seized. I'll try and get some pliers on it, so then try and loosen it up. That should help. So much mud in here. We need to clean this out before we do anything else. That's had a nice wash and looking much better. Here is all the chain. So let's go and measure this out. That is all of the anchor locker clean and sorted. It's all been washed out. Everything's looking good in there now. The next job is to just look at what we actually had in that anchor locker and then what we've actually gone and bought. The actual anchor that we had was a 7.5 kg. Now, I've actually asked a few people for their opinions on whether this is too big or not, and the feedback that I was getting was that it was probably a little bit overkill, especially because we're going to be going from a 6mm chain up to 8mm chain, and we've got 10 meters of that coming in as well. So I've gone and bought a new anchor. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Same design, but should be okay. And the actual rope that we had was only 25 meters of rope. And then the actual chain itself came in at only 3 meters. So let's have a look at what I'm replacing it all with. Right, the rope that we've gone for is anchor rope at 10 millimeters in diameter, and we've got 40 meters of it. So that should be enough to accommodate any situation of anchorage that we go to in the future this year. A big upgrade from the 25 meters that we have already. Now the chain, we're upgrading to a 8mm chain, and we've got 10 meters of this. So that should be enough to hold the boat. And we're moving to a 5 kg claw style anchor. And we've got the shackles as well to go on there. So that's the upgrade. Let's get it all on the boat.
I begin by using the galvanised shackle to attach the anchor chain to the bottom, the crown, of the claw anchor. Next I pull the slack out of the chain along the shank. I use 2 zip ties to secure the chain to the top, the eye of the anchor. This creates a breakaway or anti-snag mechanism. If the anchor gets stuck, a hard tug will snap the ties and pull the anchor from the bottom to release it. Lastly, I use the galvanised shackle to secure the anchor rope to the chain. You should always keep the metals consistent to prevent galvanic corrosion. If you have a stainless steel anchor and chain, your shackles should also be stainless steel.
Right, the next stage is to get all of this back in the locker. Now what I've got to try to do is make it so it doesn't tangle. So we'll probably coil the rope in the locker and then place the chain on top and then the anchor on top of that. Now the fun part, trying to get it back into the anchor locker. And I've got a new shackle. I had to Dremel the old shackle off because that was completely corroded and wouldn't move. That's all done now. So all I've got to do is get it all back in. Right, that's all the rope in. Doesn't look much, does it really? But on with the chain. Before I can put the chain into the locker here, I've just got to get the rope through this little pin here. We've got a pin just at the end of the, what do you call it, an anchor arm. So just want to make sure that the rope goes underneath that, and then I can put the pin back in. Now what that means is that I can then pull some rope around and then put the chain in, so there is no chain actually resting on the boat at any time. So when I come and pull the anchor out, the rope will just be in the correct position. So that is perfect. Now we've got to get all this chain in. And on the anchor we have the anti-snag cables, 2 cable ties just clipped in there. So if ever this anchor gets stuck, a big tug on this cable here on the chain with the boat will break those 2 cable ties and will allow the anchor to pull up out of wherever it's stuck from. So let's get that in. There we go. You can see that the rope is now around there, and that goes down to the chain. So it'll be nice and easy to get the anchor out and get the chain out when we're done. And there we go. There is the anchor, new rope and chain. That is another job done. The sun is low in the sky. I'm ready to go in. We've got a nice shiny anchor, chain and rope. That is another job that's ticked off the list. There are many to go before I can get boating this season. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like camping, check out our camping channel, which will be at the end of the video. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.